You know, arranging care for an aging parent, or really anyone you love, is one of the most personal journeys a family can take. It's absolutely filled with love, a whole lot of concern, and so many questions. So, in this explainer, we're going to walk you through how to navigate this path with some real clarity and confidence. And really, it all comes down to this one big question, right? It's the thing that probably keeps a lot of us up at night. How do we make sure the people who once took care of us are safe and happy? Okay, let's dive into this. And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The very place that's supposed to be a sanctuary full of a lifetime of memories can, well, it can slowly become a place with unexpected dangers. We're talking a simple misplaced rug or a hallway that's just a little too dark. It really validates every single one of those worries you might be feeling. All right, so let's start right there in that central space, the home. We're going to look at how we can turn that worry into real reassurance. And that starts with the first major part of our roadmap. So, where do we even begin? Well, it starts with asking this one crucial question. How can you make sure your loved one's home isn't just familiar, but is genuinely safe for them right here, right now? And look, the goal here isn't to, bubble wrap their life or take away their freedom. Not at all. True safety is all about creating an environment that feels nurturing, a place where they can live confidently, and where their dignity and independence are totally preserved. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, there's a pretty straightforward 4-step game plan we can use. Think of it as a roadmap to get home safety right. So let's break down each of these steps. First up, you've got to assess the environment. This is where you put on your detective hat and you actively look for potential hazards. And we need to be specific here, because falls are the #1 cause of injury-related death for older adults. So think about the common culprits: slippery bathroom floors, dim lighting, clutter blocking the hallways. The fixes are often surprisingly simple, things like installing grab bars in the shower or just putting down some non-slip mats. All right, step 2 is all about the human element. A caregiver isn't just someone who helps out. They become this incredibly vigilant partner in safety. They're tuned into the unique needs of your loved one, and they provide everything from help getting around to just simple companionship. They make sure safety and compassion are working hand in hand every single day. Step 3. This one's about all the stuff you don't see. This is all about health and hygiene. And it's the simple things, right? Medication reminders, making sure hygiene routines are consistent, keeping surfaces clean to prevent infections. These small daily acts, they add up to create this powerful, invisible shield. And that brings us to the final step, and this one is so important: adapting. We have to remember that aging is a journey, it's not a destination. Needs are going to change over time, which means the care plan has to change right along with them. This means constant communication is key, making sure that safety measures, like maybe new equipment or different routines, are updated whenever they're needed. Okay, so we've talked about making the space safe, but what about the people? The next big question is, what level of help is actually needed? Let's figure out how to find the right care. So how do you figure that out? Honestly, the best place to start is with a professional in-home assessment. And don't let that word assessment scare you. It's not a test. It's really just a compassionate conversation to understand a person's complete needs: physical, emotional, and even cognitive. The whole point is to design a care plan that is perfectly tailored to them. Generally, you're looking at 2 main types of in-home care. On one side, you've got personal and companion care. Think of this for someone who just needs a helping hand with daily stuff, maybe some meal prep, or just having someone around for companionship to ease that feeling of loneliness. Then, on the other side, you have specialized or skilled care. This is for managing more complex conditions like dementia or a chronic illness. It's more hands-on, involving things like medication reminders and health monitoring. I know. Listening to all this, it can feel like a lot. It can be overwhelming. But here's where we need to shift our thinking a little bit. This whole process, it isn't about loss. It's about making a positive change to enhance their quality of life. This right here, this is probably the most important thing to remember. Let's really let that sink in. Choosing to get some help isn't about giving up or admitting defeat. It's actually an act of empowerment. It's a choice to protect and enhance a person's quality of life. Because at the end of the day, that's the goal, isn't it? With the right safety plan and the right level of support, your loved one can keep living with dignity and real peace of mind, right in the place they feel happiest, their own home.
So, I want to leave you with a final thought. It's so easy to get lost in all the planning and the what ifs, but real progress just starts with a single step. Looking back at everything we've talked about, what's the one conversation you can start today to just move forward?